Hello everybody, my name is Suze Shardlow. I'm the Developer Community Manager here at Redis. I'm here, and today is the 1st of December. I can't believe it's December already, but I'm here to talk to you today about Devsember. And so what we've done at Redis, we've put together a bunch of really cool bits and pieces for December, or Devsember as we're calling it, so that you can learn a little bit about Redis and have a bit of fun as well. So the way it's going to work is we are going to do a very, very short live stream every day, Monday to Friday, between now and the 24th of Devsember. And then on our weekends, which is Saturday and Sunday, we are going to set you a little challenge as well, so you can practice your newfound Redis skills. So if you want to know more about this, go to developer.redis.com/Devsember and you'll find all the information, what it's all about. We're putting the live schedule up day by day, so be sure to bookmark that page, and then you can find out what we're doing each day. And that's where you can also find the Saturday and Sunday challenges. On this project, I'm working with my colleagues who, if you've followed us before and you've watched some of our streams before, you'll know these people already, these good people. I'm going to be working with Justin again after the success of our RU101 live stream back in October, and also Simon Prickett. And both of those good folks work quite a lot on Redis University, which is where we do our free courses at university.redis.com. So yeah, today is the first in our very, very, very short live streams. We want to keep these to 15 to 20 minutes, just want to keep them bite-sized. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, because anytime you have to do something short, it's always a lot more difficult than doing something long, because we could talk about Redis all day, but trying to condense down some of these topics into 15 minutes is going to be a fun challenge for us. So today, like I said, I'm going to be working with Justin and Simon on this, but today I'm working with Simon. So let's add Simon to the stream. Hi Simon, how are you today?
Hello, I'm well this morning. Unfortunately, I'm on the road, so I'm not in my normal, slightly better situation, but I have warm coffee and we are good at 9 a.m. UK time.
Yeah, we are. So today, I'm glad you've got coffee, because I haven't, so please have one for me. Today, we are just going to talk about how to get started with Redis in the cloud, because that's a really good place to kick off the month, isn't it? For any folks that don't know how to do that and how to get on to Redis on the cloud, Simon is going to show us today.
Okay, yeah. So if I can just have you share my desktop, then I can get started. So let's avoid that. And yeah, so what's Redis and why might you want to run it in the cloud? What is Redis is actually quite a big topic, and we have whole courses at Redis University for that, and we'll be covering that throughout the month of Devsember. It's a key value data store that can be used as a primary database or a cache, and it can be extended through modules to do different things. So during this month, we'll look at Redis as all of those things, and we'll look at how you can do SQL-like searching with it, how you can store JSON data, and how you can work with it from different programming languages. But in today's very, very first live stream, what I wanted to do was just show you how to get up and running with a Redis instance in the cloud. So we're going to create one. And then tomorrow we'll follow on and use a tool called Redis Insight, which is like a graphical browsing tool. And we'll use that to see how we can view data in Redis, add data, and manage a Redis instance. So first off, we are going to use the Redis.com cloud product here. There's a free tier, so there's nothing to pay for. And that free tier is fully featured. You just get a 30 megabyte storage limit. So here I am at Redis.com, and there's a big try free button over here. And what you'll do to sign up is basically try here. You'll fill out the form, which I've already done. So we won't do that on a 15-minute stream because it's not great entertainment. And you'll notice at the minute, if you were to choose to try one of our paid tiers, which start at something like $7 a month, we are running an amazing competition where we're giving away a couple of actual Tesla Model 3s, and you can use some credit to offset some of those charges. You don't need to do that. We're going to work entirely in the free tier. So if you don't want to do that, don't do that. So going back quickly, I've already created an account. So I'm going to log in, and once you have filled out that form and created your account, you'll get an activation email. That's just to validate that you're who you say you are. And that email will bring you back here to log in. So I'm just going to quickly log in as Simon plus streaming at redis.com. So an account that I made for this series. So we have a completely fresh experience. And when I log in, we have two things going on here with Redis Cloud. So we have subscriptions, which are basically what tier I want to be in. So I'm going to go with the free tier. And then we have databases, which will be databases that we've created in that tier. So right now here, I don't have anything. So I need to create a subscription. I'm going to hit new subscription here. And we're going to scroll down a little bit. Now, importantly, I said we're building this on Redis Cloud, which we are. So what actually is Redis Cloud? Is it like this thing that's off somewhere and you don't know where it is? No, it's actually a cloud product that is managed by us here at Redis. We maintain and develop open source Redis along with the community, and then we also run this cloud product. And we run it on the major cloud vendors. And this is important because with Redis, we're all about speed. So if you're running your code in a particular place, so say you're running here in AWS and you have all your stuff in AWS US East 1, then you can pick a Redis database in our cloud that we manage that we will actually host for you in AWS US East Northern Virginia 1. Similarly, if you're not an AWS user and you prefer Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure, we have you covered, and you can, again, pick the cloud and the location that suits where your code is going to run so that your application and your database are co-located as close as possible. So I'm going to go back to AWS, and I'm going to stick with Northern Virginia, but as you can see, we are in a number of regions around the world. So you can pick one that is either close to your code or close to where you're going to be. And then we have these different tiers. I'm picking the standard one, which is not going to cost me anything. So this is not a feature limited demo. It's a full Redis with all of the options. We are limited to just 30 connections. So just 30 is still quite a lot. We can do a lot of things with that. And by 30 connections, we mean like concurrent different things, say microservices or Redis clients connecting to it. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to call this subscription Devsember 2021. Amazingly, we're at the end of 2021, and I'm going to create that subscription. And now I have a subscription. This is basically like a holding tank for putting databases in, and those will be in US East 1 on AWS. So the next thing that I should really do is let's go ahead and create a Redis database. So create a database here, and I'll call it Devsember 2021 Redis. This is just what it's going to be known as in this tool. We actually support hosting Memcache as well, but obviously we're going to go with Redis because you get a lot more features, and it's the thing we're interested in. And then I can select some modules, so things I want to add on to Redis. These give it extra capabilities and new commands. So search, for example, gives us SQL-like searching, full text searching, and an indexing capability, which is not something you normally associate with a key value store. JSON adds a Redis data type to Redis for JSON documents. Graph gives us the ability to query data using Cypher, which you'd be familiar with if you've used other graph databases. Time series adds a time series type data structure for recording events and downsampling them into aggregates. Great if you're doing IoT type projects. And Redis Bloom is one of my favorites. We'll look at this sort of stuff later, but Redis Bloom adds probabilistic data structures to Redis, which are fascinating things because they store data in a really, really compact way, and they lie sometimes. And sometimes that's a good thing, and that's a topic for another day. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and select I would like search in JSON, because those are the capabilities we're going to use in the near future in this series. So if you're following along, you should do this too. And I can't turn on high availability in the free tier, but you could in the paid tier. So you can have a Redis that you have, HA over and is absolutely trustworthy. We are going to leave the user and the password. I'm not going to show that, but you would obviously write down the password or copy it here and use it to connect to your database. So let's see what else we've got that I need to do. Oh, I'm not allowed to have this name. Database name must be under 40 characters or hyphens. Okay, I can't have spaces in there. Sorry. That's where my problem is. So now I've set some basic things. I'm calling it that. I'm making a Redis database with these two modules and basically the default everything else. I can go ahead now and hit activate. And you'll see this little orange clock up here. So we are now provisioning this database in the cloud. So my cloud of choice, which was AWS US East 1. And when it's done, what we'll see is that I get an endpoint. Here we go. It's done. So all green. So I get an endpoint here. So this is my host name that I can connect to. So redis-cloud.redislabs.com. And this is my port number 12090. So if you're familiar with running Redis locally, it normally starts up on port 6379. Our cloud ones are given random ports, and you just need to know the port and the host and the password that we had earlier, which is down here. Again, not going to show that. And obviously, when you're coding with Redis, like any database, you should really put these things in environment variables or a secret store. Don't go putting them in your code and don't go committing them to GitHub. So we have now basically created a Redis database. There's not a lot to see here at the minute. If I go look in the metrics, there won't be anything because we haven't done anything with it. But rest assured that as we use it, we can see some metrics in here. And the slow log here is a Redis thing for tracking commands that took a long time to execute. So Redis is really fast. Things generally happen in milliseconds, if not faster. The slow log tracks things that take a bit longer than that so that you can see where your application is making queries that might be hogging the database or perhaps requesting too much data in one go. Again, we'll look at that sort of stuff tomorrow when we connect a tool called Redis Insight that gives us a visual way of looking at all the data and the metrics in this database. So that was actually it for today. So the key takeaway is we've got a Redis database in the cloud in whatever that took, like less than 10 minutes. And we've been able to put it in our cloud where we want it near our application code. So, Suze, do we want to talk a little bit more about what else is coming up in Devsember?
Yeah, so shall we stop sharing your screen now if you're done with that? So, right, if folks want to follow us on Twitch, you will get a notification when we go live each day, Monday to Friday, because we work Monday to Fridays, and we'll give you a little challenge at the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, which you can find at developer.redis.com/Devsember. So yeah, we're going to be covering loads of different topics. We've got quite a number of days between now and the 24th. So tomorrow, like Simon said, we're going to be looking at Redis Insight. We've got Hyperloglog, we've got Bloom filters, we've got Geosearch, we've got lists, we've got all of that good stuff. And those of you who've done RU 101 at university.redis.com will be familiar with some of those things. If not, don't worry. We're going to start as if you didn't know anything about them. We've got Justin, like I said, who is a really great instructor. He is on RU 101. So if you've done RU 101, you will have seen his very entertaining videos on there. And he'll be taking you through the very basics in about 15 to 20 minutes, which is quite a skill. So yeah, Simon, have I missed anything there? I mean, we have got a lot more topics, but those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head.
Not really. I think really quickly, a couple of things. We are on Twitch. The URL for our Twitch channel actually changed recently. So if you have it bookmarked, please do update it to Redis Inc., Redis INC, as Twitch doesn't auto forward you. So we've updated all of our websites and properties, but if you had it bookmarked, please go ahead and update that so you can find us. If you're watching us on YouTube, this is where you see these on Twitch, but we will stream them to YouTube too. And then the other thing is, as with all of our events and our ongoing community, we maintain a Discord. Please do sign up and come talk to us about anything Redis or wider coding things around databases and data structures. We try and make it a space where people can come chat with us about things, get help with our courses, or just show off cool stuff that they're doing. So we would love to see you there.
Cool, yeah. And I think the last thing that I need to tell people is that, so you've already said, follow us on Twitch and on YouTube now. So the URLs are basically the same. They all end in a Redis Inc. So youtube.com/Redis Inc, twitch.tv/Redis Inc. And I spoke about Justin earlier. Our good friend and colleague Justin is actually based in California. Simon and I are in London, England. So there's an 8-hour time difference between us. To do these live streams, therefore, we're trying to find quite a number of slots where we can all join in. So some of them will just be me and Simon, and they'll be during sort of UK daytime. So those of you good people who are sort of in Asia and Eastern Europe, and maybe even Australia, New Zealand, can join us live for some of them, we hope. And then when we're on with Justin, we'll be later on in the day. So please do check out developer.redis.com/Devsember, because that will tell you all the times in UTC. Like I said, they won't be necessarily at the same time every day, just because we're all working together and we're all on different parts of the planet. So yeah, check that out. But if you do miss them, or you can't be around because they're not at a suitable time for you, then all the recordings will be on YouTube. So youtube.com/Redis Inc. I think that's it for today, isn't it, Simon?
Yeah, the other thing I was going to add was that as we put things on YouTube, or as we tidy them up on YouTube, we'll update the schedule page on Devsember so that you'll see like tomorrow's stream and every previous day's video will be embedded there. So you have one place to come and get everything about this.
Cool. Brilliant. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. We've done about 16, 17 minutes, so we met our target for today. Please do check out how to get your cloud account. Do sign up and follow us for the rest of Devsember. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thanks. See you tomorrow.